everyone, welcome back. It's Gina once again, and I'm continuing my Icad challenge. And as you can all see, it is a challenge for me. Today is number 10, and my card has been previously gessoed, and I'm adding acrylic paint. That was regular water that I spritz on the card, and I'm just adding some acrylic paint. Now, what I usually do when I don't know what else to do, most times, is I add some marks. Sometimes when I add my first layer of paint, I kind of get an idea of, okay, well, I'll do this next. But I was still at a loss for what to do, so I'm just adding some marks with my paintbrush. While I was doing this, I saw my homemade stamp off to the side, which I made with those foam sheets. I don't remember if I did a video for this. Actually, I think I did. So I will look for it, and I'll try and link it down below in the description so you can see how I made similar ones, because this one I made in a camp that I had for some children in the neighborhood. So I decided to put some background stamping, and I like that it's kind of, it's not like a solid stamp. I like the pattern that it makes, and I like that it also kind of looks like a ghost image. So moving on from that, I decided to continue that shape by making the focal point the same shape. So I'm going to stamp it on the blue paper, which actually turns out to be, it looks like the same color of the paint, which is completely coincidental. I went rummaging around and I found it. Yay! And then I was just going to use this alone, but then when I was wiping it off, I decided to stamp again, and I liked how it looked, and then I just continued stamping. And I thought to myself, well, maybe I could use this in another card somewhere, but I ended up using it on the card. So I'm going to cut that out and put it on and see how it looks. Looking at it now, I actually like how it looks by itself, because you can see a lot of the background still, which I love. But then I decided, since I had this already stamped, I could use it. And then I felt that 2 would look weird, so I'm going to put the 3 of the stamped images that I did. This actually looks good. When you look at things from a different perspective, you realize, you see things differently. So yeah, I think that looks good too. However, I find that I'm losing a lot of the orange. There's way too much blue on the page now, but when I was doing it, it didn't seem so to me. As happens, I suppose. So what I'm doing now is trying to stick down just the edges, because I'm not sure still if this is what I want. So I'm only doing parts of it instead of making it super permanent, basically. Then I found that piece was too big, so I'm going to use this little corner piece here that I stamped instead and see how that looks. While I was looking at it, I felt that it was kind of disappearing into the page and it needed a background. So having my blue paper still on the table, I decided to try that as the background. And I'm using my acrylic paint marker, yay, by Pointer, which works really nicely. I love it. And I'm just taking the same pattern and carrying it across on this piece. And then I'm gonna add some black and white to it as well. But I found that it was too much. So I'm hoping by doing this, I'm outlining the stamped white image. I'm hoping by doing that, it would help somehow bring out my background and my triangles that I decorated. So I'm trying it again to see how it looks, but really and truly, it is just way too much blue. Too much blue. And you can't see it. I really like those triangles. They are just trying to fit it in. I like how they look, but it's too much. It's way too much. The triangles are too big. Even this focal point turned out too big, and it looks like more like a square-ish thing. So I found this orange paper and I'm trying to bring in some more orange on the page. I'm going to write my word today, which is persist. This word seems and feels perfect for me today because this card was really it turned out to be a bit of a stress and I had to keep persisting in order to get it done. It's not my favorite or one of my favorites, but it's done and I'm glad I did it. But outside of that, persisting in anything that I'm doing, that's the order of the day for me. So don't give up and just keep persisting, keep trying, keep going at it. I know there are some things that you do need to rest down, but some things, for me anyway, it's okay to put it down for a bit and then pick it back up. And that's part of my life learning as well. To be okay with putting things down for a bit, and sometimes when I do that, when I pick it up, it actually flows better, it actually turns out better, it's actually better. So persisting, that's the order of the day for me, and not being afraid to do it, because some people try to make you feel bad for taking a break or resting down a project or saying, well, I really can't make it in today. Simple things like that, So I just trust God in that process, in my, in that area of my life, and just say, Lord, take control. I trust you. And I'm going to keep persisting. So I finally decided on my frame. I've tried my best to continue the triangle theme. This, with the triangles, the long ones sticking out in the background, that idea came from my brother. I had an event with my family weekend gone, and he did something like that. So thanks, Randall. That's my brother's name. So this is it. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you think about this piece, and I am looking forward to seeing you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!